Hi guys, Shirley Ralph, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program in my home where I care for up to 14 little ones under the age of 5, and I create content to help you run an amazing early childhood program in your home. So today we are going to be talking about goals. It's the first day of January 2024, and I love to set goals for my program. My personal philosophy is that your goals should be able to fit on a post-it note. So I only am going to have 3 goals for my upcoming year. Of course, throughout the year, I'll come up with other things that I want to do and, adjust my goals. But my 3 primary goals that I am going to be focusing on for the upcoming year are creating a staffing plan that works better for me, increasing my income, and investing at least 1/3 of my income into long-term assets. But before we get into our content today, I'm going to ask you to do 2 things. One, make sure that you hit that subscribe and alert button so that you can get our future content for the year. And 2, leave a comment below and let me know, what are your 3 goals for 2024? Okay, so I'm going to share with you a few things that I learned from last year, and that's what influenced my ideas for what my goals are going to be for the upcoming year. First things first, last year I had new staff in my program. I was planning on working on opening a center. That was one of my goals for last year, was to open a center. I got super close to opening the center, like literally, like licensing was like, hey, we're going to open your center now. And I decided that I do not want to run a center. I want to stay with a home daycare. So I ended up selling my center. And in the meantime, I was working on my staffing plan. And let me tell you guys, staffing right now is no joke. It's a little bit of a challenge to find the staffing plan that works for you. Last year, my goal was to create a staffing plan where I would be encouraging my staff to bring their children into the program. I love having my children with me all day when I was working. It worked out really great for me. What I'm discovering is for some people, it's a little more challenging for them to have their children in the same program, in the same space where they are working. So last year, our staffing plan included women who had children that were bringing their children, and I was giving them either a discount or free childcare as a part of their pay. And I just discovered that really didn't work for me. So moving forward in the upcoming year, my staffing plan is going to include staff who do not have children. The reason why, like I said, sometimes it was hard for the children to let their moms work. I mean, we are a smaller program, so I know in larger programs, they generally will have the children in a different classroom with different teachers. In our space, we're not able to do that because we have 14 children. We're all kind of working together. We tried a lot of different ways to rotate the children through the different groups, but it was just really challenging for the little ones to share their mommy with all the other children. So we also had issues with some of the staff. Their children were getting sick, so then they had to call off, and then that would kind of put us in a bind for the day. I had been planning for us to always be overstaffed, but anyways, taking all of that into account, actually, the third issue I was having too is like looking at the books at the end of the year, because we were hiring staff that had children. Their children were taking up extra space, and so financially, from a financial standpoint, it just really wasn't working out for us. So moving forward, we will be hiring staff who do not have children in the program, and I think that's going to work out a lot better for us. My personal goal is to be able to have Fridays off whenever I want to, and also to be able to have half days whenever I want to, so that I can work on other things. Right now, I currently work 50 to 60 hours a week. We're open for 50 hours a week. And then I'm also working like another 10 hours a week on the weekend, doing things like food prep and cleaning up from the week, or project planning, or working on my YouTube channel. There's a lot of extra things that go into having a home daycare. So I'm going to be working on creating a staffing plan that's going to help me with those kinds of things. So my second goal is going to be to increase my income. Now, as I mentioned, last year I was planning on opening the center. And so I didn't raise my rates, even though I knew when I came into this area, I was a little bit lower than some of the other programs in the area. Also, one thing that I do in my program that I know was costing me money for the long run, a lot of programs will charge extra for children who come part-time. I was just charging like a flat daily rate. I felt like for myself, it was a little bit easier to keep the books that way. I wasn't charging more for infants or toddlers. I wasn't charging more for part-time schedules. I was just charging a flat daily rate. From open to close, these are your times. This is how much it costs. For the families, that was really great for them. But for myself, it really didn't work out financially. So I have raised my rates in this upcoming year. And the way that I came to the conclusion of how much I needed to be charging was I called all the different programs in the area. I probably like 15 or 16 different programs in the area, and just asked what their rates were for different age groups and asked what the rates were for different days of the week, so that I would kind of get an idea of what are all the other programs in my area offering, what are they charging, and how do I need to adjust my rates so that I can make the most of the income for the number of hours that I'm working. So yeah, so I'll be adjusting my income by changing my part-time rates. My part-time fees are way too low compared to what was going on or what the other programs in the area are charging. A lot of the other programs are also charging an enrollment fee and a supply fee. So we will be adding those to our enrollment. We'll be adding an enrollment fee and a supply fee to our fees for our program. I'm not going to raise the rates drastically for the people who are already in my program because it was a pretty significant pay increase, but I will be doing it for the new families that are moving forward. My current families, they will not be charging an enrollment fee because they're already enrolled. Some of the programs were charging an enrollment fee every year. Some of the programs were charging a supply fee. So we're just going to be adding a supply fee. And I think I came out to like $65 is what I decided I was going to charge for the supply fee. And the reason why is because we provide all of the kids outdoor winter gear, and we also have a really great outdoor classroom, and a lot of the supplies and things that are in the outdoor classroom, we go through them because they're all outdoor things. So we need to be able to make our program competitive and be able to offer a lot of creative, beautiful play space items, and that costs money. So we're going to be adding that fee to our upcoming year. So the third goal that I have is investing 1/3 of my income into long-term assets. Guys, if you are not investing in long-term assets, you're always going to be living paycheck to paycheck. Like, it's so important for you to be able to create a plan for yourself where you're not just saving money, but you're also investing money. A lot of people in our field tend to save money, look for opportunities to save money, maybe using recycled crafts and, those kinds of things, maybe cutting back on the grocery bill and all those kinds of things. But it's not just how much extra money you keep for yourself. It's what are you doing with that money in order to be able to invest for the future so that you can have some financial freedom. So that's what I've been working on the last few years, but this year I have set it at a percentage of my income, because as early childhood professionals, our income can fluctuate. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. I find that creating an investment strategy that's based on a percentage of my income instead of like a certain dollar amount is a little bit easier for me, because then I can make sure that I'm hitting those goals. In my own personal budgeting plan, I have a certain amount of money that's saved in my business savings account, and then I have a certain amount of money that's saved in my regular checking account, and that goes for items for the kids, groceries, all of those kinds of things. And then that way I can just save whatever I need to save in my savings account for investing and for paying my taxes. So I'm really excited. Last year I hit my goals, my savings goals. I should say my investing goals, my savings and investing goals. I hit my savings and investing goals, and I did hit the plan to open the center, and then I ended up selling the center. I lost a little bit of money there, but hey, I'm much happier, and I'm really excited about how 2024 is going to go. So anyways, thanks so much for stopping by. And like I said, I'd love to hear, what are your 2023 goals? Do you have an investment strategy? Do you have a savings plan for your upcoming year? What are you going to be focusing on in your business? I hope that you all have an amazing day, and make sure to leave your comment below. Have a great day. Bye.